You were outside.
2 minutes.
No, yes. You're rocking back and forth. Regular.
Dude, I love some of my feet. That looks really good. And this is why I really good. I don't know what I'm.
1 minute. Your 35 question finals is all word problems. Which means it's 100% comprehension. Okay? So here are a couple of my tips. First, read a problem. Second, read a problem again. Third, read a problem again. Fourth, cross out the numbers that you don't need in the problem. You have to read the problem a minimum of 3 times. And the first one is just like blah, 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 blah. The second time starting to click. The third time, you really have an understanding of the problem. Okay. You got to cross out the ones you don't need for the fourth tip that I have. Okay. Fifth, you read what's being asked of you again. Because it's not always selling price. It can be markup amount, markup percentage. By the way, markup percentage is the same as markup rate. It can be just a discount amount or the discount percentage or discount rate. And if you miss this simple question, your answer will most likely be wrong. Okay. The shortcuts that we did, if you understood them, great, but know when to use them. They're used after a discount or after a markup. That will be the price. That's it. But if the question is just the discount amount, the shortcut will not work. It's straightforward. Get the 20%. If the question is just a markup amount, the question is straightforward too. If it's a 20% markup, it's a 0.2. So know when to use the shortcut and pay attention to what's being asked of you. What I usually do on a paper and pencil test is underline what's being asked of me. And when I choose my answer, it's multiple choice with your word problems, and you have 4 options on each one. And when I choose my answer, I go back to the question again and see if it answered the question. If my chosen answer answered the question, not just so I have a number answer. Okay. This is how this formulas came about to help the students so they're not just guessing which number to use in the numerator and which number to use on the denominator. Okay? So markup amount, this is about 50% of your final exam. Markup amount, your final answer should be in dollars. When you're asked of the markup rate or percentage, your final answer that you should be looking for is percent. Okay? Tonyo, will you write the formula I created for markup percentage? I wrote it. This one's gonna be the third time I wrote it. You wanna write it, Zoe? If this is 50% of the test and you haven't knocked this down, you guys have a lot of work to do over the weekend. You should know this without a paper because on the test you don't have formulas you're holding to. So it looks like 80% of you are still gonna guess what numbers to use on the numerator and the denominator. Even after we created a formula so it's easier. Tutoring that happened Wednesday, and there's gonna be one again today. Okay, thank you. Your percent markup will be the markup amount. So you have to calculate the amount of markup first. Average wholesale price. Remember, the POV here is you're the seller, you're the owner, you're the employee owner. So you know how much you bought that product for from the manufacturer or supply. So you don't guess what the denominator is. For the discount amount will always be in currency. That's just the amount of the discount. Okay? The discount percentage, what's the POV here? You're the customer or you're the patient. Okay? So the favor is on you. Less. You want to pay less. Right? This one, you want to make more money because you own the business. Discount percentage, I created a formula too. So you're not guessing. Okay? Brian.
I don't know it like that. You gotta see the words.
It's okay. We're trying to help the ones who are guessing and putting numbers on the numerator and just guessing what numbers go in the denominator. Comprehension, and you know what to use. You don't need this formula. That is the number one reason for fail any class, any board exam. Comprehension. You're testing whether you understood, not really, you know, the subject matter.
Start right on that side, you're back here.
It's just a review. This is the third time I put it, so you can stand up because I'm gonna be needing this and I want to leave that here. So you're tall enough to stand up and see. Okay. This is just a review. Okay. So for the formula, thank you for the discount percentage or rate. It's going to be the discount amount. Have to calculate the discount first in terms of currency, US dollars. Okay? And the denominator, since you are the customer or the patient, what do you know? The original selling price times 100. Like I said, I created this for students who are guessing what to put on the numerator and what to put on the denominator. Okay, so I kept reviewing it because I browsed your finals. It's 50% question on this. Okay. You don't use the shortcut that we're talking about if you're just asked of the markup amount alone. You're going to use the shortcut 20% markup times 1.2, right? If you're asked, how much are you going to sell it after the markup? That will be your times 1.2. But if the question is how much is 20% markup, then it's just times 0.2, 20. You understand? So it is crucial to pay attention to the question. Math is not memorization. Math is a lot of comprehension. Going to the discount, the shortcut that we've been studying the past 2 days, 20% discount is times 0.8. 40% discount is times 0.6. You use that if you're asked how much is the selling price after the discount. But if the question is, how much is the discount? A 20% discount will be at times 0.2. You following? How much is the discount? A 40% discount is at times 4. You get it? And I cannot tell you how it's going to be asked, and it's not going to be in order. It's going to be scattered everywhere in that 35 questions, just like this questions will be scattered everywhere in the 90-question PTCE. Clear? So comprehension is crucial. A lot of times, major board exams are not a test, not just a test of your knowledge, but a test of your comprehension. I told you in the pharmacy board exam, it's multiple choice, 300 questions. There's 4 options. 3 of those are correct answer. Only 1 is the best answer. Best answer is the one that answers the question. All 4 are true, or facts. Okay. There's only 1 correct answer, which is the best answer, the one that answers the question. This is why I start off the class with this, because I saw this as 50% of the test. Okay, so let's go over our practice problems. Which is, it's the APAP and codeine, correct? That we haven't gone over because we did the other one already. Yes? Yes. Correct? Okay. Let's start. Number 1. APAP and codeine, almost everyone got number 3 and number 4. Okay? Easy. APAP and codeine oral solution cost, I saw the word cost, right? Costs $30.25 per pint. Okay? You might want to know how much pint is, because sometimes it's in ml, right? So you have to know the calculation. In this problem, you don't have to know conversion of pint, but it's worth knowing because most of our drugs are in pint. it takes $7.25 to dispense. So I know that this is my dispensing fee. This is how I put it on my paper. To dispense the product or the entire contents of the bottle. This is how you pay your pharmacist, your pharmacy technician. So it's important that we charge this to the patient. Okay? The company wants a profit of 40%, which means when I was helping Maria, my example is, let's pretend this is a pint of ACAP with codeine. You bought it, you're a pharmacy owner, you bought it for $30.25. You want to make money, so you have to add 40% markup. Pass this around. A lot of people, 80% of people are visual. That's why I do that. Okay, so what do I do? How do you solve this problem? You solve this problem by adding 40% to how much you bought it for. And if you know the shortcut, it will be 30.25 times 1.4 or 1.40, because Maria understands it in terms of this 40, so she puts 0. It's okay. Okay, and that's how it came from. Should get this one? Okay. So what's the answer here? 42.35. But that's just the markup, right? We have to pay our people. So what do we do with this one? The total will be, and this is how much we will bill the patient, pretending there's no insurance. Okay? Pretending there's no insurance. Because the goal of the company is cost plus 40% markup. Clear? Okay. Next one. If you got the first question wrong, definitely you'll get the second question wrong. Right? What is the gross profit for the problem above? Remember, sales less cost of goods sold equals gross, this is your gross profit, minus expenses equals your net profit. You following? You remember this? So where's the gross? Right here, right? So what do I do? What do I do in the problem? 40, is it 60 or 60? I'm sorry. 49.60, what's my subtrahend? Where do I subtract it from? 30.25. Because that's the selling price, and that's how much you bought it for. Get it? And the answer here is? That is your gross profit. If you want to know the net profit, what do? You subtract the operating expense. Get it? Okay, so you can be thrown different questions. That's why the foundation is terminology and comprehension. Is that clear? Next one. 3 and 4, a lot of you got it. Okay, assume 3 cases. Assume 3 cases of dermatological cream are purchased at $225 per case. But I have to remember there's 3 cases purchased. Okay? If the account is paid full within 30 days, which is common, okay, we got a net 30, net 60, and net 90, where the manufacturers or wholesalers or suppliers will give a discount if you purchase in bulk, just like Costco and Sam's Club. And if the pharmacy pays within, that's what it means, net 30, pays within 30 days. Net 60, pay within 60 days. Net 90, pay within 90 days. Are you following? Okay, so it says that the account, if the account is paid in full within 30 days, there is a 10% discount given to the pharmacy by the supplier or the wholesaler. What will be the total discounted price? There's a couple of ways to do this. You can do it getting the discount first, okay? And then multiplying it by 3 later on. Or you can start off by multiplying it by 3 right away. So this will be 225 times 3. What would that be? $675. Okay? But I don't end there. Because that's if I don't pay at a discount. But I'm paying at a discount using the shortcut. Maria likes to do 0.90 just to have a better understanding, and that's fine. I know, because this is a 10% off, right? That my pharmacy will have to pay the supplier or the vendor $607.50 after the 10% discount. Can you follow? But if, Maria, look at me, the question is only how much was the discount for the 3 cases, how would the problem be now solved? Be solved now. 225 times 3 will be $675. What do I do next? You multiply this by 0.1 or 0.10 because I said if the question is just how much is the discount? The discount is $67.50. And you want to check that? $675 minus $67.50 should give you $607.50. Okay. This is the full price. This is the 10% discount, and this is the discounted price. That's why you have to understand, okay, what's being asked of you. Is that clear? Yes? Okay. Last one. Do or die pharmacy. Okay. Problems. Do or die pharmacy offers 25% discount on near expiring Tylenol extra strength bottle. How much will a $7.25 bottle cost after the discount? If you know the shortcut, it's $7.25 times, Maria, after the discount.
75?
Correct, 0.75. And the answer here is $5.44. Or you can do the long method. You will get the $7.25 first. You get the 25% of that. Whatever answer you got here, you have to take it out from $7.25. You following? Okay. This is why I want you to master the shortcut. It's just easier and it makes sense. And it will even make more sense after you try solving this extra credit. Okay.